What's going on? What's going on? If you could tap your screen, up state, and help people level up if that's what you want. Um, I'm here in the South, so I talk about real estate investing. That's my like forte, I guess you could say. And I like teaching people about real estate because this is what I do, and I enjoy it. And I just like teaching others on how to do this stuff too, because people always want to learn how to make extra income. They're not teaching this anywhere. So what's going on, my man? They're not teaching this anywhere. So I'm always coming on here. I haven't been here in a while teaching real estate. So I decided to come on and it's about real estate, guys. Put them in the chats. Let's tap. Turn my thing on real quick. And then we'll get started. Hopefully everybody's doing since I've been on. I'll admit, I'm streaming on another social media platform as well. So yeah, it's been a minute since I've been on, guys. I've been, um, you know, taking the time out to do some more things as far as real estate in my own business, and yeah, so I haven't been going live, but my goal is to keep going live more often. All right. So anyway, again, if y'all have any questions, man, put them in the chats. I'm here to talk about investing in real estate. Now, my little catch is or forte is I do single family houses and I rent out to Section 8. And I've been doing that since the early 2000s and it works. So I just like to come out here and give y'all some game, man, because in this time and age right now, the way things are, man, it's tough and I understand it. But what's good to know that a lot of people are not telling you is that you can get out of your situation. The media and other people and you out. All right. Now, whether you take this advice, that's up to you. I'm just telling you there is a way out. But bombarded by the surroundings of what you watch. Very important because this social media can really taint you and give you the wrong perception. All right. So it's good to, get around, network around the right people, get involved, learn as much as you can. Because again, I guarantee you there is a way out. You just have to, tap into others and network. That's the key. All right. And then take action. What's the point of getting all this information, which most people do, but they don't take action? And that's the saddest part about this. So anyway, just coming on here, give y'all some game, man. If y'all have any questions, put them in the chats. I just like doing real estate. I know it works. And teaching it is my favorite thing, right? So I ran out to Section 8, like I said, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What it's like to be having no money, trying to figure things out. That's what forced me to get into real estate because I was just so sick and tired of being sick and tired. And then you'll get to a point in your life to like, man, I got to make a change. I can't depend on my president. I can't depend on K. I don't care about a pension or an IRA. None of that matters. I know that if I want to make a change, I got to do it through me, right? And that's the same thing with you. If you want a real change in your life, we get so dependent on being dependent on others that we cripple ourselves in the reality that we can do it ourselves. And that's the saddest part about this whole thing. So I know people are scared right now, the tax tariffs and all this stuff going on. But let's tune in into ourselves sometimes and just realize, man, you can make that change. It's up to you. Um, I was in that situation. Um, I used to, when I went to school, an operator, I wanted to do what I could to provide for my family. And I did that. But I got a job, what I got a degree for, but man, I was unhappy because I started to realize at a young age, and as my kids were taking care of my wife, and my wife was a stay-at-home mom, I started to say, wait a minute, all I'm doing here is exchanging time for wages. This didn't make sense to me at the time. I was like, man, I prayed for this job and I was thankful to have it. It was just that I was in something that I didn't want to be in. I found out within about a year's time pretty quickly. man, this ain't for me. So started hanging around different people and started to listen to others that were at the stage I wanted to be at, and they were teaching me real estate, and that's how I got into real estate. So, yeah, I've been in y'all situations. Somebody made a comment up here. Let's see here. Somebody said, I believe, hold on. I believe the housing market is going to crash again. Yeah, no, it's not a matter of if it does, it will. Nobody has a crystal ball, but I can tell you it will crash again. It always does. It's the economy is cyclical. It has its ebbs and flows, right? The key is knowing when to get out, when to start investing, when to not invest. I like what Warren Buffett says. He said, be fearful when everybody is greedy, and when everybody's greedy, be fearful, right? You got to do the opposite of what other people do. This is the richest man in the world, right? Right. So I follow his suit. I'm not where he's at financially, but I can still go by his teachings, and we should too, right? Um, yeah, I think the market is going to crash, but it's not if, it's when. Things are not looking good, but this is where opportunity is. This is the things are going to be going on sale, right? Things will be going on sale. Look, it's unfortunate. I've been through this through 2008. That's why, it's a replica of 2008, just not the exact same, or maybe not as much, but unfortunately, people are going to lose jobs. People are going to lose their homes. It's sad. It's the truth. But the reality of it is, there's a opportunity in those type of situations. Things are going to be going on sale. And that's when I bought a lot of properties in 2008, when we had the economic crash, the housing crash. That's when I bought a lot of properties, because I understood that I don't want to buy things. I want to buy things when they are discounted. And that was key. And well, I mean, the people that networking, watching people that were doing in the real estate game like I was, and that I was just beginning to get into. So that's what I'm just teaching you and infiltrating that information to you, is that don't be scared in these times. This is actually a perfect time to get into real estate. And I get this question asked a lot. Hey, Eric, when's the best time to get into real estate? It's actually right now, right? Right when things are crashing. I don't want to get in when things are at its peak and things are hot like hotcakes. That's not what I want to do. And you shouldn't either. The best time to buy is when things are falling apart. And I can't do it on this one. Maybe I'll show you here, but I'm going to show you something real quick, because this is really important. You need to know, when things are the way they are, as far as, I called, no, I never said it was happening today. That's not the point. I'm not saying it's happening today, but I can give you a gauge literally on the temperature of what's taking place today. Okay. So that's a great point. It's not today, but it's soon. Okay. So let me give you an example. I can flip my screen around. I'm going to show you on this platform here, because I'm streaming on two. But there's something called the fear greed index, right? And it's an index on what I guess you could say, the temperature of the industry of people are thinking today. And it's a fear greed index. And I want y'all to see this. It's really important. Okay. This is what I look at every once in a while, but it's called a fear greed index. Okay. Fear. This is today. Measurement from extreme fear, neutral, greed, extreme greed. You see, this is way over here, not even here yet, right? This is where we're at right now. Extreme fear. Okay. Now, I can't predict on when the market's going to crash. None of us can. But when things are going on sale. When people are, all you got to do is watch the news, and you'll see the temperament of the economy. It's there. Listen to that. See what that is. Whoops. See how that is indicating. So those are your indications on what the market is doing and how you should react. And that's exactly what I do. So it's set, right? It's got to reboot itself like a computer. It's got to and that's the way the economy is. It's got to reset. There's no way around it. So when do you get in? When things are on sale like that. So that's what I just tell people. All right. So anyway, a good question. If y'all have any more questions, man, about real estate, put them in the chats. All I do is rent my properties out. I buy these things. I leverage by using other people's money, and I rent these things. Specialty is I rent them out to Section 8. I like doing Section 8 for me for the last. So I'm going to keep teaching it, and I'm going to continue to buy houses like that because it's worked for me. So you know what they say, don't fix it. So I'm not fixing anything, and it works. I have 16 single family houses and 2 apartment complexes. So that's what I'm saying works for me. And I like the idea of having money coming in every single month. And I don't have to be dependent on corporate America. Walrus Catcher says, how does Section 8 work? Okay, basically, this was a program. Section 8 is a program that was developed in 1972. And the whole point of the program is to help low-income families, help them out in the private market to find properties or subsidized rent. They have to go look for the properties, but the government gives them subsidized rent. All right. And it doesn't go in their pocket. It goes in yours. So I get a direct deposit into my account every single month because I rent out to Section 8 families. And I know people here, not the way to go. No, I'm telling you, when you know what you're doing, do it the right way. It is the perfect way to go. I've been through a lot of recessions. I've been through a lot of downturns in the economy since 2000, and I've still survived them all because I get paid every single month on the 1st. That is the key right there. I didn't do Section 8. So my best tenants are my Section 8 families because people don't even realize with Section 8, people, the Section 8 government is providing me money, right? And I'm providing profit to these families. And that's what you want to do, right? And that's the name of the game. And that's what I'd like to come out here and teach people, man, because I remember when I was working at corporate America, man, find another way to make income. I was like, oh no, I should have been doing this, right? Doing Section 8 is perfect. And I didn't have perfect credit and I didn't have a whole lot of money. So I was just like everybody else. But I'm telling you, you can go out there and leverage. Here's the key. I'm leveraging by using other people's money to go out there and buy investment properties. I didn't at the time, I didn't have perfect credit, right? I didn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I knew to leverage by using other people's money. And that was the key, guys. And now let me tell you something. I worked at corporate America and I used to work at a plant. And I was working 12-hour shifts. So nobody can say they're too busy. You can never be too busy to improve yourself, build wealth, and provide for your family. That's just how I interpret things. So it's worked for me. So I'm just telling you what I've done. And I don't go out there and pay cash for these homes. I'm leveraging by using other people's money. Walrus Catcher asks, what kind of loans? Okay, well, let me give you. And if y'all will, guys, to show support, if you can please here on TikTok, if y'all could just tap the screen, let's get to 2,000. No, let's get to 3,000 likes, and I'll tell you what type of loans you need to get. I'll go over that. All right. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you're on this platform, you can always sign up for free and join my free community. All you got to do is click the link right up here. I have a free community, and I'll be going in there and teaching and stuff like that and giving you updates when I have stuff, man, because I'm limited on what I can do here. So I like being in groups and teaching people in my workshop. So that's free. All you got to do is click the link right up here. But somebody was asking about a loan. So what type of loans? I'll give you 2 type of ways that you can go out there and get investment properties, even with bad credit and even without a whole lot of money. Now, it's going to take some. Okay. I'm not going to sit here. You can't get in the game for free, because if you could, everybody would be trying to do it, but not everybody would do it because most people are scared anyway. So I can't say everybody would do it, but here's the point. Type of loan. One way that you can get into these investment properties, even if you got bad credit and no money, you're going to need a little bit, is seller finance. Seller financing is a great way to get into these properties. All right. Number 2, another way. something called private lending. Private lending, you're borrowing other people's money, like other investors that have cash or either IRAs. They care about your credit. They don't even care about how much money you have in the bank account. Okay. That's how you can do it. But you got to do that by networking. That's how you do that. You can't just wake up one day and think somebody up a relationship. Braden asked me, what should the purchase and sale agreement contain? Oh, that's a lot, man. You're asking me a mentorship program question. What should a purchase and sales agreement contain? It's got to contain the address. It's got to contain the purchase price. It's got to contain the earnest money contract amount. It's got to contain where the that's a Pandora. It's a lot of stuff. It's got sales price, any addendums. Those are the things it needs to make sure that it contains. All right. Yeah, but guys, don't let lack of information stop you from getting into real estate or stop you from improving yourself, right? Do you not want to provide for you and your family? That's what I'm saying. These are the things you got to do to be able to beat this stuff that's going on in America today. You got to be able to say, you know what, I got to level up. And that's what I'm showing you. This is what you got to do. You got to take the time out to learn a new skill. And I'm just showing you through real estate. There's a lot of things you can do out there. Crypto, stocks, mutual funds. I do crypto, but my main one is real estate because I started to learn, wait a minute, people need a place to live. I don't care to have shelter. It's a necessity of life. Can I book a call with you? Look, the best thing is join and sign up for my my community. That's how you can be able to get in contact with me. I do updates in there on my next events. You can be able to get into the community because you need to be in a group of like-minded people. And I do some small teachings in there. So that's where it's really good. All you got to do is click the link up here. It's free to sign up for my free community. Okay. To get into the community. But yeah, guys, I just decided to come on here. It's been a minute since I've been on. And I decided, man, to holler at y'all for a little bit and just give y'all some game. Again, I've been busy because I've been looking at some other deals. I'll put that in the community, as a matter of fact, just to give y'all some teaching and what I've been through. But this stuff is doable. Like I said, man, I'm just learning that a lot of people are so scared they don't want to do nothing. And that's really the worst thing you could do is go through life being so scared that you don't want to do and that's what they're doing. And when I say they, I'm talking about the news, social media, other people. It's unfortunate. They will scare you to death so much that you don't want to do nothing, and then you'll end up remaining broke simply because you don't take action. That's the worst thing you can do. I can't stress that enough. Not doing anything could be the worst move you ever made. Yeah, you may feel like it's not a risk, but you're really risking yourself because as each day goes by, you're not realizing that you could have made a change. Each day that went by is less days that you have for the future. And I'm just telling you what I went through, and it was a mind shift change. All this, I started to realize, man, it's a mind shift change. I had to get this right. I was just like everybody else, trying to figure this out in fear, trying to make it. And I started to realize, you know what? I got to make this change because it's up to me. So I'm just telling you what I felt like. It was so free once I was able to make that change in my life, right? And be able to provide for my family. Now I've got single family houses. I rent out to Section 8. My money comes in guaranteed, and I enjoy it. All right, I'm gonna get off of this platform here real quick. If y'all will, can y'all tap the screen, man? As I get out of here real quick on this platform here, tap the screen real quick. Give me a minute. Let's see, where do I get out of here? Where do I get out? I'm just gonna close right here.